Here's Fiddler's Green. We don't need to go in there. There is a magazine in there, but we don't need it. I mostly just kind of want to follow this direction, because I know this will kind of lead me back to where I need to go. Well, let me think here. I go back, I talk to Nick. He leads me to Good Neighbor. And then we go after Virgil. Fuck, dude. Going through the glowing sea with no radiation resistance except for the vault suit? That's not going to go very well for us. Let's go this way. So there's Diamond City. Let's go this way. Let's go back home. There's Concord, or yeah, Concord. Yeah, you see it around level 20. In fact, I think you see it exactly as soon as you go outside and you're level 20. It doesn't matter where you are, but it zooms overhead. And you might not see it, but you'll definitely hear it. And somebody will almost certainly say, if you've got a companion, they'll say, "Oh my god, that didn't sound good. You think they need our help?" Or, "What in the fuck was that?" And the weird thing is the companions have no comment when you go in and actually kill the alien and get the blaster. They got nothing to say to that. Nothing. But two things should happen there. First of all, every companion should have a different reaction to the fact that they suddenly realize there's life on other planets. Every companion should have a different reaction to that, and it should be stellar. And two, if you have done that, and then you go do the Cabot House missions, you should be able to have two different types of dialogue from your companions at that point. One, if you agree, the companions emphatically agree with you on that front. And two, if you don't agree, the companions argue with you about it. That's what should happen when the alien shit comes down. But for some reason, nobody thought of that. Yeah, aliens, neat. That could have been Deacon. Deacon, who apparently doesn't give a shit about anything, who's like a member of this like underground resistance force. How can you not give a shit about anything and be a member of an underground resistance force? It makes no sense. It's a super mutant. Oh, there's more than one of them. A joyous day. Happy afternoon. There's a Mirelurk. Soft shell, of course. It's a crab on a half shell. Turtle power. We gotta go up here this way. Yeah, Preston Gravy should have immediately been, "Well, I wonder if he needs our help." And then you kill him, and Preston's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Deacon is a member of Bot Lives Matter. He's a robosexual. According to him, he broke up with his wife because she was a synth. And then later on, she broke up with him because he was a synth. And then later on, they both broke up with each other because they were both synths. Okay, here's ArcJet. I think we're going the right way if we're coming across ArcJet. There's only one location for it, Sensiker. I can't show you where it is, but it's like south of Overland Station. If you go to Overland Station at night and stand up on something tall that maybe you built, or maybe just up in the tower, you'll see like the part of the forest that's like slightly on fire. That's where the ship is. Where am I even going? I'm going somewhere dumb for what my character is attempting to do. I can tell that just by looking at it. Well, I mean, I guess not. Maybe not. Where I'm basically trying to get to is one of the places that has a medical shit. Because if there's one thing I know for sure that's happening right now, it's that I'm both dying of thirst and sleepiness, and I'm also, apparently... Oh, excuse me. I'm also apparently fucking just waiting to get my shit cured, because I'm probably infected with 17 different kinds of disease. They're like, oh, you fucking slept in a sleeping bag in a place that's been abandoned for centuries? You are now carrying HIV virus. It's like, how did that happen? Oh, the sleeping bag was filled with used sharps. Oh, damn. I should have better known fucking better. Wait a second. Oh, this is the raider. Yeah, this is the ranger station that Elena got fucked on. There's Corvega. No, wait a second. If that's Corvega, and this is the scrapyard, shouldn't that mean that I'm supposed to go this way? I better confirm for myself that this is the ranger station, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Beta sandwiches. Because if it's not, then if it's co-op, then I'm gonna be very confused. Nope, it is the ranger station. The Yaogwai is present. So this is the back of Corvega, it looks like. Here's the buried raider. What? I fucking bolted you in the goddamn spinal cord with a 10mm bullet. There's no reason you should have survived that. I don't care what kind of scaver you were. And this was his raidery lady friend. Yep, he buried her in a fucking sack hood. Maybe she had bad teeth. HAV mutilated by FAV? Yeah, man, for sure. He got right up, not paralyzed. Well, I mean, you know, a giant mushrooming shrapnel of lead and copper and whatever else is in the makeup of a bullet can only really take you so far. Alright, here's some trains. Sometimes there's some shit around here. But, Abernathy is gonna be along this track of shit. These fucking giant power towers. What was the purpose of that? Why would he have any need to replace a parent that dead parent that he never knew? Because, and this is my own personal thing, but it's in my opinion, it's because Dr. Lee kind of informed the Institute that there's one way that you can make a normal person with free will into a goddamn superhero, and that one way is you convince them that their child has been stolen or their parent has been killed or missing or whatever, and then you send them on a fucking wild goose chase to go find the dad. And then when they do find the dad informs them that they need to now make the Operation Purity bullshit, etc. The point is, because Dr. Lee is familiar with the Lone Wanderer from Vault 101 and knows that his search and need to please his father was like what kind of motivated him to move forward with any of those quests, that generating a synth version of the Lone Wanderer and then setting up the artificial parameters for him to be all crazy and fucking family protection strong needs to happen. And then he did, and then it did.
Carla.
Back again?
That's what I'm saying.
Time to do business?
Uh-huh. Let's
Yeah.
see what you got.
Yeah.
It's time to do business. God damn, that gun is fucking huge in my hand. I wish I could do something with this. This gun is cool. 3 shopkeepers all right here. Drumlin Diner is like as good a place in some cases
It's all worth every cap I'm
as like Diamond City is, you know. I guess I'll cook that. And that. Oh, what? No, no, I want those 10mm bullets. That was an accident. That was a mistake.
Hey, thanks for helping us out with Trudy. You did good. Now, let's talk business.
By the time frame this happened, this replacement happened, his father wouldn't have the authority to or ability to create a synth based on his parents in the first place.
Sure.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You remember 2 things before you get out of the icebox. Number 1, the pre-war shit, which is very, very Tranquility Lane-ish. And number 2, Kellogg comes, he kills your mother, he takes the kid, and he leaves. Okay? Now, you getting out of the icebox doesn't necessarily correlate with there being a baby. And being grown up. I mean, they could have literally just taken the kid, and they all could be in cahoots with father to try to get you to do your thing. It's like a new kind of courser. They're like, okay, we're going to get this courser, but instead of him just being like a normal-ass courser, we're going to try to convince this courser that he's actually father's father. Or whatever. Or it really did happen that way with Kellogg. And maybe even the pre-war thing happened as well, but those are just the last memories that were in your frozen brain when you died, whenever all of the ice shit went down. So Kellogg really did kill your mother, kidnap the kid, take the kid back to the Institute. The Institute raised him as father. But the next thing that happened was that father instead went back to find his parents in the fucking icebox, found his father had died because the fucking ice thing had blown out, and the mother was shot, so he takes the DNA that's still frozen from the father, or Kellogg killed you both, I guess, yeah, and then refroze everybody, but he takes your DNA, and he generates a synth from that DNA. Why is this thing fucking broken down? Who the fuck with my shit? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can cook some stuff over here.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
I forgot he's
I'm looking
fucked
for
up.
kids.
He's fucked up on the thing. Okay. The only other thing we need to do is get rid of this Molotov and that stuff. That's it. That's the whole setup right there. That's the whole shebang. We don't even need that many stems, to be honest. Where's 720? 720. Perfect. Thanks, Sheffield. You're a fucking gem.
After settling down here.
And probably that's about all we got in the stream. Yeah, we're exactly around where we need to be. We're exactly at that point. How many fucking... Yeah, we're 25 out of 85. That's pretty good. 50 of them is probably just the goddamn bullets. But I'm going to do one last hour save there. We're playing as Rodney Dangerfield, champion comedian from the 80s. And he's doing all right. A couple more sneak magazines, and maybe the last point into sneak that actually affects whether or not you have a higher capacity to sneak, and we're going to be doing very well. So the last thing we did was we killed a bunch of gunners who just so happened to show up at the exact moment that I was trying to save, and stripped their corpses and then ate them. Because Rodney Dangerfield has to eat people in order to survive. There's no other way to do it. We did just sleep, and then we did an exit save. But because we just slept, I feel like I need to hit that pump a little bit. Hit that pump just a tiny taste. Oh, hey, Blair Knight, how you doing? And P40RC, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here to moderate for me as well. Oh, P40RC, oh, whatever, P40RC, welcome. Hi, how's it going? Well, Sanguine Urges, what's up, man? Jeremy Hotz is also a funny man. You know, he kind of looks a little bit like, maybe not Rodney, I mean, he looks like Rodney Dangerfield a bit, but he also looks like the guy who got in trouble for using the German word for black people to describe black people, and he couldn't remember the difference between Kid Rock and Chris Rock. Remember that guy? I don't know. That's kind of how he looks like a little bit. I just like his little shuffle. His little, like, you know, whatever, wind sprints shuffle. So, we have this gun. This is the only weapon that I'm really able to use as a 10mm pistol, but because of a weird glitch involving the hotkeys, we can swap out a 10mm pistol for one that is legendary. So we're using an Exterminator's one. It's the only one that I've come across so far. And it'll come in handy here and there. It seems to be working rather well against things like stingwings and blood bugs and that kind of bullshit. But the last thing that we did just now was we killed Kellogg.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver.
God damn. I need to give this guy some new clothes. He's still dressed like Peter Pan a little bit. Let's see. Did I just sell you all the clothes? Yeah, I did. Alright, there we go. No.
Nuka-world is the only thing I can drink that wakes me up.
So in order to not have him be the guy that I'm looking for chems, I'm going to assign him to these melons really fast.
Nuka-world is the only thing I can drink that wakes me up. Otherwise, it's all hazy.
Almost the weekend and shit.
Nuka-world is the only thing I
Are
can
you
drink
serious?
that
I
wakes me
can't.
up. Otherwise, it's
I can't play dress up with this motherfucker?
Nuka-world is the only thing I can
Oh,
drink
that
wakes
is
me
some
up. Otherwise, it's all hazy.
bullshit.
Nuka-Cola is the
All
only
right,
thing
we
I can
get it
drink
about the
that wakes me up.
Nuka-Cola. You know what? This guy's gonna get the gunner stuff. How does that make you feel? Get up there, bro. Get up. Okay, hold on. I gave him the laser pistol too, but for some reason he de-equipped it. Give me that pipe pistol. You're not allowed to have that anymore. You are now gunner material. Hell yeah. Okay. I did notice that we just got a little donatey there. And it was from Lexicon. 9,000 donated $10. It has been a while since I've been able to watch a stream. Hope all is well. All is well, Lexicon. Thank you very much for asking. I gotta do that first, okay. We're just doing the no HUD, no Pip-Boy thing. We're doing alright. The last thing I did was kill Kellogg. The next step from here is to return to Diamond City and tell the homies that I killed Kellogg, but I got a piece of his brain in my pocket here. So let me see if I can sort of tabulate where I'm at, north-south-wise. This is south, if I recall correctly. There's Corvega, so I know I'm going the right way. You can dress him, though. It's glitching right now. Well, okay, good to know. Deezer's lemonade. Oh. I was wondering who was following me. Apparently, it was a dog that wanted to get shot with the world's most powerful bullet. That, my friend, is what you get for fucking with me. But I'm probably not crouching properly. I should be trying to sneak past all this bullshit. Let's see. Any movement on getting a Patreon? I haven't made any effort so far towards Patreonedness because if I have time to work on stuff, it's not working on getting a new source of income. It's working on getting the build videos done. So when I'm not at work or at school or doing the actual stream, I'm working on getting some build videos done for the YouTube channel, who has understandably gotten a little bit disconsolate with having to watch 85 episodes of the egg build before anything awesome happens. You can't make Nuka-Cola even when you pick up the formula in Nuka-world. You just give it to Sierra, I guess, or nothing if you kill her. That is weird, because I know you can make Nuka-Cola in New Vegas. You can even get the Nuka-Cola for... uh-oh. Huh. He got the gun out, despite the fact that I didn't use it. You want the jumpsuit and the nuke launcher? I didn't get anywhere near the end of Nuka-world yet. So if there's rad things waiting for me at the end, I would discover them on my own. I would be alone. I would probably take the jumpsuit. If the nuke launcher is a little bit like a Nuka-Cola Fat Man type of thing, I would definitely take the jumpsuit for Nicole. Nicole is all about outfits and melee weapons. Something that fires something is nothing to me. I feel nothing for it. Thank you very much, Lexicon. And I believe that you are not alone in that sentiment, but there's two things that I need to do first. The first thing is that I need to catch up to all the shit that we have agreed I needed to do since Fallout came out. The things that I know I needed to do were the no-kill run again on survival, a survival permadeath run, and I needed to do at least one build series, because I have a build series for every other game in the Bethesda-verse so far, except for Oblivion. And I kind of sort of started working on an Oblivion build series right before Fallout came out, but I didn't have time to finish it. I was going to do Harry Potter in the Oblivion verse, but it was just going to be one video that explained that if you played as this character, then you would use this spell more often than any other spell, but you would still use all of the magic schools, including alchemy. When I did the last time I did a Harry Potter in Oblivion playthrough, it was, oh, there's another buggy. Uh-oh. It was Snape, and so it focused very strongly on alchemy, which was cool. You know, that's cool. God, are these people still fucking fighting? These robots are still over here fighting? Didn't I already do a permanent survival run? Yes, I did. And I also did the no-kill run in New and Old Survival. So with those things are done. The no HUD, no Pip-Boy thing is just something that I've been thinking about. I thought about it especially while I was at Burning Man. I thought to myself, I really truly should. I really ought to, and then now here we are. God, I can't believe you're still fighting over here. No interest in doing automatron with this character. None. If I help her win that fight, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to fuck with robots and rust devils and shit everywhere I go. So this shall be the fucking stone of Sisyphus. They'll just fucking roll that shit up the hill and it will roll back down again. You can't wear any armor with the jumpsuit. That's fine. With Nicole, it's fine, because Nicole doesn't wear armor anyways. I mean, she does, but it doesn't really matter, because she's all about being hidden. For a sneak character, and this is like, it seems pretty obvious to me, but it's sort of a... what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a truism of the Bethesda games. which is that if you're going to play as a sneak character... Good God, man. Oh, it's a... Okay. It's a Brotherhood of Steel guy. If you're going to play as a Bethesda character, then you need to have... you need to have a decision made about whether or not you're playing a stealth character or not. And if you are playing a stealth character, great. Your armor is stealth. Especially in this game. If you're playing with a character that's not, I guess, not using stealth or whatever, and they're not using armor, then they're dead. But if you're, simultaneously, if you're playing as a stealth character and they are using armor, it just makes it harder to sneak, which is the same way, it's the same thing as being dead also. If that makes any sense. The operator suits, the disciple gear, and the pack gear can't be weaved. Well, isn't the pack gear and the disciple gear forms of like body armor? Like, because you can't weave like a leather arm, left arm or whatever, or a metal right arm. So I don't see why it would even be a question of whether or not you can ballistic weave the gear. What's my goal with the Nicole run? I just want to beat it, but because we're playing as Nicole and she's already done Far Harbor, I figured I would also finish Nuka-world with her as well. And then I would just put together a highlight video on YouTube of her. Because she's in different outfits, she's got different weapons. I don't know. I'm a little bit over Nicole because there's not a whole hell of a lot going on there. She's not getting any better, and we're having a really hard time where we are right now, so... But, shit happens. Sometimes it gets better, and sometimes it gets worse. Hey!
You're fired.
You're fired! Well, what am I fired from?
I don't know.
Oh, hi.
For slacking off on the job.
It's because I took that nap today, huh?
Yep. You were 15 minutes over your break.
Fuck.
So that's like that's the third shot out this week.
Look, I don't know why you're telling me. You're supposed to talk to my union boss about this.
The problem is that it won't count because I'm sleeping with him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. So it's
You're in
a
trouble.
conflict of interest. So.
Oh, that's a train.
Hey guys.
Hello, hi. No, the Under Armour. Oh, well, that's, I mean, as far as I know, there's only one outfit that, well, I guess there's a few outfits that you can ballistic weave that are pure Under Armour. But one of the things that I know you can weave and upgrade and comes with a legendary thing is the, like, Legend of Vault whatever suit that you get from the Vault Tech Workshop DLC. That will have a legendary bonus which reduces damage from ghouls. It also has the ability to be upgraded, and then it also has the ability to be ballistic weaved, and it can be worn underneath all armor pieces. So as far as Under Armour goes, that's as good as it gets in my book. Though I personally prefer just to use like military fatigues or army fatigues, depending. Laos, hi Elena. Also.
Yeah, I wish I could stand behind him and scare him, but he like senses my presence. It's really weird. Like I think I scared you once. When you were playing a game and you weren't paying attention and then I snuck up on you.
Yeah.
But usually he catches me before I can do anything.
Yeah, most of the time now it's not that big of a surprise to me. Let me see here. We kind of crossed over at a weird place because Mass Fusion is all the way over there. Which kind of makes me feel like I'm nowhere near Diamond City. But here's the Boston Public Library, I think it is. So, yeah, Diamond City's right here. Never mind.
Why are you speaking for ridiculous?
Finally, you
Does
get to watch
Nicholas
live.
have you on speed dial?
Welcome, Transporter.
No,
How
it
you
is.
doing? Oh. Oh, goddamn. Alright, there's nobody around here. I can unsneak. Strength and agility all the way, especially for melee. But the army fatigues and the military fatigues do two different things. I think the military fatigues do 2 agility. So strength and agility for one of them, for melee blitz or whatever. And agility for guns. Ouch! don't know why there's a guy over here. There's never been a guy over here before. Idolfig. As far as melee builds being shoehorned, we could do a melee build that wouldn't use sneak or blitz. We could just do a melee build that you just run around careening and crashing into stuff. It would basically be the fridge, except for he would use melee weapons instead of just his fists. So he would do way more damage, but I would still... And I wouldn't use Pain Train. The fridge with Pain Train is not great.
Oh my god, what the hell happened to his crotch?
His crotch?
It's looking weird.
Oh, I don't
On
know.
the guy, you know.
Did it? Yeah, it's weavable. They're both weavable.
It looks like the radiation made his penis grow all the way up to his chest.